Hey guys, what's up? It's Ryan Dossey here, and this is going to be the first episode of Cash Flow in Cars. It's going to be a video series that I do. I've actually wanted to do a YouTube channel for a long time, and I've just kind of put it off. I always told myself it was something I'd do when I had something fun to drive around in. I'm a big car guy, followed a lot of the YouTube people, Top Gear and stuff for a really long time. So my goal with this series, though, is for it to be more actionable. We're going to talk about some car stuff, some personal stuff, but we're also going to talk a lot about real estate investing, raising money, finding deals, even case studies of rentals I bought. But what I want to do on this first one is really what I think the biggest barrier to entry in buy and hold real estate investment is, and that's raising private money. If you could find the deals. The deal is obviously paramount, but most folks I talk to have had some success in finding deals. They've done some wholesale deals. They're looking to get into buy and hold, but they don't really know where to find private money. So we're going to talk in this episode about the first $100,000 I raised. It was actually right at $120,000. So the lender is a gentleman I actually met off of Bigger Pockets. However, he was pretty well known at some of our local real estate meetups of being kind of the local hard money guy. Typically charged 10 to 12% plus points. Ended up being about 15% a year. So obviously more than I wanted to pay for BRRRR deals. So I reached out to this gentleman and said, hey, I'd love to do coffee or lunch with you. If you could sit down with me and my colleague. I'd like to just kind of figure out a little bit more about what you offer, kind of get to know you, and see if there's anything that can be done here. Now, guys, I'm a big fan of striking while the iron's hot. So I actually had like an A-class perfect BRRRR deal under contract with tons of equity, like $40,000, $50,000 worth of cushion on it. So I already knew what I was going to pitch, what I was going to present, but I presented the whole thing as hypotheticals. Hey, hypothetically speaking, if I was able to find something like this, would you have an interest in funding it? And walked him through the numbers. So it was a purchase price of mid-90s, rehab of right at 10 to 12, and the property was worth 165 at the time. He looks at me across the table and says, hey, if you can find that, I'll buy it from you. So I knew we were talking about numbers and about deals in areas that he liked or would at least be appealing to him. So our meeting went well, kind of ended cordially, and I called him the next morning and said, hey, remember that deal that I referenced a little bit? And he said, yeah. I said, well, I actually got it under contract. He said, no way. I said, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to send you a lending packet on it that kind of outlines what I'm looking for. And look it over, let me know if it's something you'd be interested in funding. I'm really looking for a 2-year term because it's such a nice cash flowing asset. I'm not really in a position where I need to pay really high interest rates or anything. I could approach a bank if I want to, but really I'd like to just turn my cash, over and over again. So he said, okay, great, flick it over. So I shot it over to him actually at 8% interest. Really didn't think he'd take it. I thought I was really pushing my luck quite a bit. But to my surprise, I got a phone call and he said, hey, this looks really good actually. I'd like to fund it. So just like that, I raised my first $120,000 and we got the deal done. That was hilarious. I just had somebody pass me on the left in a school zone because apparently 5 over the speed limit wasn't enough. But hey, that's part of the fun of this. So the big takeaways are going to be striking while the iron's hot, floating some numbers by them of a really good deal that you actually can get, seeing if they bite, and then flicking it over in a lending packet. Now the lending packet's like a 1-page cheat sheet we use to pitch all of our deals to private lenders. If you're in our free Facebook group, it's something you can access. I'll actually put the link to our group below that you're more than welcome to hop in and snag that copy. We actually posted the version of this first deal I'm talking about. Now, the cool thing is that was November or December of 2017. It's now early October 2018, and I've actually picked up 40 units, right about $3 million worth of real estate in counting, with realistically what amounts to about $0 out of my own pocket. Some sweat equity, some time, but we've picked up tons of cash flow, tons of equity. So I'm really looking forward to helping some of you guys get there, get your first one or your next one done. We've actually had a few guys in our group. One of them reached out to me, bought his first office, commercial office deal, and ended up raising about $300,000 or $400,000 at about 8% interest. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Definitely will have more to come, and talk to you soon.